The November 2025 meeting of the City of Scranton Zoning Hearing Board will now come to order. Will the zoning officer please take roll?
Mr. Gattens?
Here.
Mr. Walsh?
Here.
Mr. Morris?
Here.
Mr. Welby?
Here.
Mr. McDermott?
Here. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. In accordance with the Pennsylvania Sunshine Law, this board shall render a decision on each case either at the end of each hearing or within 45 days of the hearing. If you are to give testimony in a case, please come to the podium, raise your right hand, and wait to be sworn in. After being sworn in, state your name and address, then proceed with your testimony. Also, anyone giving testimony who does not become a party to the case may obtain a written decision from the zoning office. I also have two announcements of law. If you are granted a variance or special exception, you must wait 30 days from the date of our decision to obtain the necessary permits to start work. However, you may obtain permits sooner by signing a waiver that any work done during that 30-day period is at your own risk. A favorable decision by this board shall expire 12 months from the date of said authorization in accordance with Article 10.3C of the zoning ordinance. If you fail to obtain the necessary permits or do not comply with any or all conditions of said authorization, you must seek an extension. Any remarks from the board? I'd just like to wish a belated thank you to fellow vets for Veterans Day. Attestments and verification of the postings.
Yes, Mr. Chairman. They've been posted.
Call the first case.
Case number 1, Rayann Dhungel seeks special exception to change one non-conforming use, retail florist, to another non-conforming use, small grocery store at 1225 Pittson Avenue, R9 zone. Mr. Chairman, Attorney Matt Barrett was representing the applicant. He did call me yesterday and said he may have a conflict tonight. I didn't hear from him today, but I'm assuming that he did have that conflict, and he asked that this be continued to the next meeting.
Why don't we, just in case he shows up, let's put it at the,
Hold it.
make it the last one.
Yeah. Case number 2, 623 Court LLC seeks variance to change single home to two-family home at 633 Court Street, R10 zone.
I do. Sean Bingham, taxpayer, business owner. Gentlemen, the house in question tonight is 623 Court Street. We put an application in about 6 weeks ago to split the water there, and it was denied. It came back as the property being condemned. There's 2 residents living there currently, one upstairs, one downstairs. So through some research that they did, they found it to not be condemned, but then they came back and said it's only a 1 unit. So I don't know where the discrepancy is, but 623 Court Street's here. The other apartment's on Blair Street. So I don't know. I don't really have a lot of history on the house. If someone in the crowd is here for that, maybe they can give us a little bit more. I just don't have
Mr.
it.
Bingham, did you fill the application out?
I did.
How come we don't have any neighbors listed on here?
I don't know any neighbors there,
Yeah,
sir.
so,
Yeah. I don't put neighbors on any of them that I do because I just don't know the neighbors.
well,
We do those through the GIS system.
so have they been contacted,
Yeah,
neighbors? Okay.
yeah,
I
they
think,
have been.
Mr. Gattens, all due respect, they put the, they put the zoning issue, they put the placards out
Yeah.
for the
No,
neighbors.
I was
thought
just
that's what it
wondering.
was
I mean,
for.
we have a couple that are coming that way, so we're just curious on why. You know. So it was condemned and reverted
It was
back?
never condemned.
I'm sorry. It
Yeah.
went, they're saying it was always a single unit?
All of our records showed it as a single.
Garbage fee's been paid as single all the way through?
I believe so.
This is the current owner, Mr. Bingham? that you're-
623 Court Street.
No, is that the current owner? Or
Yeah, they just bought it.
Okay.
They just bought it, so obviously, we're running into that problem. I think we're running into it a lot. I'm not here to argue there's two tenants living there. There's a kitchen, everything upstairs, a kitchen, everything downstairs.
Sean, how long do they have it now?
About 4 months.
Did
And
they
so with the-
register
with
it?
the new owner.
Did they try to register this too yet?
No, they were gonna split the water to it, and that's when we put the application for the water, it got denied. Like I said, first it got denied being condemned. They couldn't prove it ever being condemned, and then they said, oh, well, it's only 1 unit, so. It would be, I don't even know what we're asking for. I mean, we're asking to convert it to 2. It's already 2. We're not gonna lie to you, it's already 2 units. There's a parking on the side. There's 2 meters on the house. I mean, there's the back entrance gets you to 1 apartment. I have pictures of it, the front entrance, 623.
I was over there, I seen all that.
Yeah, so I mean, we have the parking. If there's any neighbors that are maybe that don't want it there, maybe we can resolve it.
Well, I'm looking at the ordinance under an R10. Two-family dwelling is allowed. It's a permitted use. So
So
really just look at the parking to make sure they have parking.
That's right.
Are we putting parking in the front like that?
I'm sorry?
Are we putting parking in the front? Because it is in the front, the parking. Where this-
No, it's on the side, Mr.
Well, the
Gaddis.
side, but it's still right by the curb. It's right after
Oh,
the
right,
sidewalk.
right. I think that parking lot's been there for.
Oh, yeah, I know, that's what we were talking about before.
Yeah, if they're putting in new, probably no, but because it's existing.
Yeah, yeah.
Again, I wish I had more information on the house. I just don't.
I'll be honest with you, I mean, looking at it, you can tell it's a 2-unit.
Right.
I mean, I think it has everything it needs. to
There's
be a 2-unit.
actually 2 families living there. We'd have to actually kick one of them out and then do something if it got denied. We'd have to say, hey, look at it. We bought it as 2 units. It's a 1 unit. You got to leave. I hope not, but.
So are you going to, well, let's put it this way. I'm going to put some kind of contingency on this, and that's to pave or put a concrete pad in where the parking's going to be. They're going to have to remove some more of the
We've
hedges
complied
there.
with each one of your specifications, sir. We will certainly comply with that.
I think instead of parking in mud, which happens, as you know, I mean, you're a homeowner and builder and stuff, I want some kind of either paved or a concrete pad suitable for 2 vehicles, because that's what you're going to need under
I
the
think-
ordinance.
And I'm not going to lie to you there. I think it would be a stackable at that point. I think it would be stacking, because I think that's only wide enough for 1.
No, I don't know. I mean, if I'm looking at the fence on the property to the left, there's an old wooden fence there, and it's closer to their house.
Yeah.
Looking at what I seen there today, you'd have no problem getting 2 side by side in there. You just have to take another
I
section
mean,
of that hedge
if
down.
we can't, is it gonna, I mean, what's the difference if we add 5 more feet to it, 10 more feet to it? We're not worried about doing it. We just don't want to impede on the,
Well, I mean, and Mr. King can tell you what the setback is, and closer to the house, you don't have to worry about the setback because the owner owns that.
right.
So I mean, he can come closer to that, the house
Come
itself.
close to our property,
Yeah,
I mean.
yeah,
Right.
yeah.
I got you.
So that contingency that I like to put on it is that it be either a paved or a concrete pad suitable for 2 vehicles.
Mm-hmm.
And again, you're going to have to,
If it
take the hedges
works,
down
we'll
just to
do
make
it.
that happen. And they also get a permit from the city for the curb cut that's going to happen there?
Again, there'll be no construction actually going on because it's done. It's the rent that what we would be putting in. We talked to the water company. They told us sometimes they'll waive it, but there's enough room in the front yard to put the meter pit. So
Yeah.
we'll be doing that. It won't be impeding it on anybody's foot traffic or nothing. It'll be inside the fence, inside the hedges.
I have nothing else.
Sean, do you know how far, I know you're concerned about the 2-unit, I'm just looking at it online here. How far over to that house the property line is? You can-
I have the same picture up too, and I'm just thinking maybe it's.
I think you have over, probably close to 20.
I don't know.
Yeah, the property is about 56 wide.
Yeah, so the house would be 20. That should give us about maybe 30-some feet. Trust me, if we can get it in there, I will blacktop that whole side. We'll do it. We'll get a blacktop on it.
Because this is the narrow part here.
Don't forget, I have the Bill Code door right there too.
Right.
I have a Bill Code door. I'm trying
So.
We got a car in
There
there.
isn't.
There's a truck,
See, there's
is,
a fence right here.
Do you have Google
There's
up?
There's a fence, a wooden fence right there that belongs to that house, and it's offset to the left, where this comes out like this.
Right. And then some of this hedge could come up.
I think the variance is 12 feet on either side. Correct me if I'm wrong, Mr. King, 12 feet?
12, 4,
Each side, 4 and 8, 8 and 4, 6 and 6.
no, it's probably
It's
4 and
less than
4.
that.
Yeah.
4 and 4, but I have so much on the right side, it's collectively, it's
That's what
not
I
just
said.
one. I could be almost right on the
You'll make
fence.
it, it'll fit.
I could almost be right on the fence, because I have looking at the house on the right side, Blair Avenue, I have, maybe 18, 22 feet to there. So I think not there we can't put parking, but I think I could, that'd be my variance, yeah.
Is there anybody who'd like to give testimony in this case? To show that there's no one?
I'll make a motion with the contingency that it be a paved or a concrete parking path suitable for 2 vehicles, remove the hedges in the front to make it work, and honor the setback on the existing building to the left side of the property.
I'll second it.
Mr. Gattens,
Yes.
Mr. Walsh,
Yes.
Mr. Morris.
Yes.
Mr. Welby,
Yes?
Mr. Chairman.
Yes. By vote of 5-0, you've been approved.
Thank you, gentlemen.
You too.
Case number 3, Victoria Zanicky seeks variance to allow the use of a scuba training facility for veterans and first responders at 833 Cherry Street, R9 zone. We have somebody here for
Is
that?
anybody here for that?
I live on Cherry Street, so I'm sorry I don't have a voice, but,
But are you the applicant?
no.
No, okay.
Okay, let's put that at the bottom, too.
Well, we'll give you a chance to speak, but we're gonna put you towards the end, okay? Yep.
Robert L. Jones seeks variance to use property for storage at 1325 Penn Avenue, R9 zone.
I do.
State your name.
Robert Jones.
Johanna Jones. N.A. He doesn't hear very well.
Okay.
The speakers don't work. I mean, the speaker here and the speaker in my ear.
Okay, who's going to speak? Are you going to speak, ma'am?
Are you going to talk?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
What do I want to talk?
You have to tell him what you want.
Well, they're complaining about my lot, I guess. About what's on my lot. Somebody did. I guess that's why I'm here.
He's looking for a variance for storage, personal storage.
It's all my own stuff. I'm not, it's my stuff, nobody else's.
And the letter says we had to remove a trailer that was on there.
Yeah, I moved the trailer.
It's gone. Yes.
Yeah, Mr. Chairman, I think this came to us by way of a complaint. The property has a standalone garage on it in the back that was issued a permit probably 2 or 3 years ago that probably shouldn't have been issued for a standalone garage in a residential zone. But since that time, they added another structure in the front and just the general condition of the property.
And the other structure, was that received a permit to do?
No permits were issued for
We
that.
didn't know we needed a permit for the carport.
Yeah, I put a carport, I put out a permit, yes. I did.
When I went down to pay the permit, they told me I had to file this.
I mean, Mr. King, you were out there and saw the property. I mean, he's saying storage. I mean, that's not storage, that looks like a junkyard almost, you
yeah.
know, like,
Yes, yeah. I mean, so I think the property should be cleaned up, period.
I mean, storage, I think the stuff should be stored inside, not outside. It looks like building materials. I mean, you have a little bit of everything piled there. I mean, if I lived next door to that, I would not be very happy.
Most of that's cleaned up already.
Well, I was there today.
I was there today.
and It's a mess.
It's not cleaned up.
It's a mess.
Yeah. It has been cleaned up some.
Has it from what it was before?
Since the first,
Okay, what else do we have to clean up?
The whole lot, I'll be honest
I
with
mean,
you.
it's a residential neighborhood. That doesn't look like a residential lot.
Why do I have to clean up the lumber? I use it, it's my personal stuff.
Do you live there? Is your house nearby?
Right
Pardon?
across the street.
they're across the street.
Okay.
So do you use those pallets that are stored there? Shelving, piles of dirt? There's piles of dirt. Part of I don't know if it's a backhoe or what it is. There's a trailer. I know there's a boat there today. My opinion, it's junk that's there. It's like a leveled lot, and somebody's putting junk in there. That's what it looks like to me. And I look at that block, and there's 48 addresses on that block. So I'm looking at 48 front doors, and they have to drive by, walk by, look at that lot every single day. That's the problem I have with it in a residential area.
Okay, so we have to, the boat's going in the shed.
What?
That's what the shed is for back there, for the snow throwers and the lawnmowers and stuff like that, okay? So we have to clean up the wood yet? And
Why do I gotta
It
clean up
needs to,
my
it needs to
own
look like a normal
lumber?
residential lot. You have the garage there. It needs to look like a normal residential lot, not like a commercial construction yard.
okay. So,
Yeah.
You try and get everything inside if you can.
Mr. King, the front building that was just put up, the aluminum structure, all they need is a permit for that, and that's okay, correct?
No, because it's an accessory structure on a lot with no principal use.
Just a storage shed?
So I get it, if the board would so be inclined, I think they could issue a variance to allow that shed to remain.
What I see stored is pallets of lumber, stacks of used lumber, which according to code, used lumber is listed as junk.
okay,
If you look it up, it says junk. Used lumber, machinery parts that are there that are not used for anything other than there, that is considered junk, according to the
Machinery.
description in the building code.
machinery parts.
And
Ain't no machinery parts.
He has, what is that machine?
My skidder?
Yes.
I need that, that's personal use.
no, all of the old mowers, the lawn
Pardon?
tractors, and items like that, because
All the
they're,
lawn tractors and stuff.
the old used ones,
I collect Bowen's tractors. Is there a law against that too?
yes, if they're.
Really?
If they are on property in a residential
no.
neighborhood and just piled up, yes, you can't have excess numbers of them.
Okay, so we have to clean up the tractors and the lumber?
There's a law saying how many tractors I can have on my own property?
You're gonna get thrown out.
If they're physical structures that operate, but
here.
equipment that's broken down and rusted out and just laying there, that is considered junk by definition, and therefore is not allowed.
They have to be good and running, not,
Yeah, they run. I use the one for the tiller for the garden, the other one I use for plowing, the other one I'm making a pulling tractor out of it. They all run. Everything's run. They're not junk. Whoever's saying they're junk.
stop it.
Is there anybody here that'd like to give testimony on this case? The record show no one. To get back to your application, you also have marketplace items. What does that mean?
In Sugarman's, we had a spot in
I
the,
had a sportsman's shop, you know, hunting and fishing stuff.
they closed down. That's how we ended up with the trailer, because we had to get everything out of there in one day or lose all our merchandise, because they gave us no time. So that's why we had to get the trailer to get the stuff out of there in one day. Now, we got the trailer emptied. It's like fishing stuff and all his tools and stuff are now in the shed and the trailer's gone.
Jammed all over. How did I get here to begin with? Do I have an accuser? Somebody accused me or something?
Well, according to our city planner, there was a complaint, right? Why?
I have no
believe
problem with my
so.
neighbors.
That's what got us out there initially, yes.
Yeah.
So your land was, there was a complaint filed, the city came out and inspected it and found that work needed to be done on it.
Do we have a right to know who complained?
I'm not a lawyer, I don't know.
No.
Okay,
Okay.
but that's what that was. The trailer is gone. We
Yeah.
got all the stuff out.
There's just a lot more that needs to come out of there.
So,
The lumber I use for my fireplace,
I get it. I know you use some of the stuff, but there's some of the stuff there I'm looking at. There's a rusted old stove that's next to the carport and everything. I don't know if you use that for anything, but
ask them what I gotta do.
The rusted stove, are you using that? The
What?
stove?
Yeah, a regular fireplace, a wooden fireplace that you put in your house, but I got it in the shed.
no, there's one alongside the carport I'm looking at. There's some kind of...
There's one out in the lot.
I got two of them in the lot. I took it out of the shed because
But see,
everybody...
sir, I'm going to tell you something. This is going too far. That's just the point. You have all this stuff in the lot that nobody's using or anything, and your neighbors have to look at it. So somebody
junk?
complained, that every right to complain for what I seen there today. I'd be on the phone in a heartbeat complaining about this property.
You have to get
I make a
them out
motion.
of the lot, put them in the shed.
I put them back where they were.
Okay.
What do I have to do? Tell them, I want to know what I gotta do.
We're going to tell you in a second.
Motion made, second. On the motion,
before we vote, we're voting to either approve storage or not. Is that pretty much what we're voting on?
Pretty much, yeah.
Didn't answer me.
So to be clear, what the place has to look like when it's cleaned up is what, is that?
Yeah,
that's
there
our
should be
discussion.
little to no anything outdoor.
Basically, everything that's there has to go. It's a
Yeah,
mess.
should be inside too, or screened.
So did you want to explain this? Are we going to explain, after we vote, are we going to explain this?
Our ordinance defines storage as a place for storing materials and supplies for use by principal use located on the same lot. It includes storage of goods which were produced on the lot. Storage is accessory to the principal use on the site. There's no principal use on the site. It's across the street. So that's where they need a variance for storage. But storage has to be something that's stored inside a facility, inside a building.
So just so I know, we're going to vote, but they're still going to be not knowing what they're doing. So like,
I could go over and meet with them and try and show them what.
We can give a quick explanation on
Yeah.
what they need to do the next step if
Yeah.
necessary.
so the motions, and it's been seconded, so I guess we're ready to vote.
All right. Mr. Gattens?
No.
Mr. Walsh?
No.
Mr. Morris?
No.
Mr. Welby?
No.
Mr. Chairman?
No. By a vote of 5-0, you've been denied.
So
But
what could happen here now, and jump in if I'm wrong here, the city's probably going to send you a letter to clean up the property. Clean it up, and then ask for a variance again to put up another building across the street or a shed or something, that if you're going to continue, they need more than that one. Do you know what I'm saying? If they're going to, they need another shed, come back the right way this time.
They're going to approve another structure on there.
We could, they have the right to come back. Do they have a right to come back to put another structure on there if they come before zoning with that?
If they come before this board,
Yeah.
yes, certainly.
But the structure that's there is already illegal.
I know, they'll grandfather that through. Well, anyway, get a hold of Mr. King. Maybe he can go over and speak to you on what the next step is. But tonight, as Mr. McDermott, Chair McDermott said, the vote was 5-0 to say no to your variance request.
So all material must be stored inside is
Yep.
the bottom line.
Yep.
Very little material outside, everything inside.
I'll call you next week, and I'll come over, and we can walk around and figure out what's what. Okay?
Thank you.
Over it? No accuser? Okay. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you.
Case number 5, Michael Bilt seeks special exception to convert one-family home to two-family home at 323 South Webster Avenue, R9 zone.
I do. Michael Blitt, 2663 East 66th Street, Brooklyn, New York, 11234. Good evening, everyone. My name is Michael Blitt. I'm the owner of 323 South Webster Avenue. I'm here seeking a variance to convert the existing one-unit to a two-unit home. I purchased the unit in September 2024 while it was in condemned status and vacant. Got the house inspected in March 25, which revealed a slew of items to be replaced, repaired, and mentioned that the house would need proper fire separation required if turning it into a two-unit home. This was the first time we understood it to be an illegal two-unit prior to our purchase. But it was set up and presumably used as a two-unit when we bought it. Inside the house is all separated as a two-unit home. There's two kitchens, once you go into the entryway, there's two doors to go up and down, to the regular floor. Outside, there's two electric meters, one gas, and a water meter. And we put quite a bit of effort into rehabbing the house in order to get it uncondemned. However, now we're at a crossroads of whether we keep it at one unit, which would be a 7-bedroom, one unit, and we know what problems that could bring in a town, city like Scranton, and or to continue with the two-unit, which we believe would make the most sense to serve the community best, avoiding any potential problems that come along with a 7-bedroom, one-unit house. There's ample parking behind the house for 2 to 3 vehicles as it stands now on Gallagher Court. It has a carve-out in the alleyway that's black-topped and a setback. Can I approach?
While they're looking at that, I just have a question. Was the stop work order that's hanging there given to you, or is that there before you bought that house?
The stop work order for what?
Is there one hanging on your door, a stop work order on your front door?
Right now?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Is it for the electric?
I don't know. I've seen the stop work order there.
My contractor would have known better, but we weren't, I believe that might have been something else other than doing the two-family home. I don't know.
Well, I'm not sure if someone was, maybe they got caught without a permit doing work in it. I was just wondering. I'll be straightforward. I grew up in that area, and that was a two-unit house all while I was growing
It
up.
was,
so
right?
I'm not going to sit here and say it wasn't.
Just again, we're in a R9, which a conversion apartment is allowed by special exception. The parking, you have to make sure that there's an adequate parking, and then look at 6.4S, which is on page 92, which talks about rental conversions, and it gives 8 different things that need to be complied with for approval. Mr. Gattens will be happy to see that the parking spaces have to be paved. That's number 1. Each dwelling will have a minimum floor area which meet or exceeds IRC International Banking building code for their minimum. Floor to ceiling has to be at least 6 feet 8 inches. All the floors have to be heated and completely enclosed. Each dwelling will have at least one window that opens to the outside. The sewage part is there. They're all pretty much set forward. I'm not going to read every one of them, but if the apartments are set up right, then it should be okay.
His parking is paved in the back. It's a
Parking is
cut
paid.
in. I mean, he meets that. As far as the square footage and everything, that'll be
it's
when the city
adequate.
inspects it.
Adequate and paved, the parking, enough
Pretty good to me.
spaces? Okay.
As to the parking, from what I see, the vehicles you have parked now, they are partially parked in the alley. They are not completely off. That fence, from what I see, that fence would have to be moved in, and the vehicles parked on your property 100%. And the way it is now, they are not. They're sticking into the alley partway, which they have to be completely off-road. So simply moving them in would make it clear.
Okay.
You see what I mean?
Mine's a fairly big SUV, but, and there was overgrowth on the other side of my car that in the picture. So if we cut it down, it might fit much better.
If you move the fence in a few feet, you would be fine, but
And then pave it also?
Well, I'm thinking, you're thinking because you want them pulled straight, but they need,
gonna park.
they need 2 parking spots. They have 2 spots to park the other direction, long ways.
They're going to put horizontally in the alley.
right, but they're still partially on the alley.
No,
They're sticking out past the garage.
You can see the paved area for the parking there where that truck is sitting, as well as where the alley is where the cracked pavement is.
According to that. Can you see that?
He needs 9 feet, right?
9 by 18.
9 by 18, yeah.
So, going by what Mr. Welby says, just measure from the edge of that alley into your fence, make sure it's at least a minimum of 9 feet going in to get them out of the alley. If it isn't, you're going to have to require, as he said, pull your fence back to make sure they fit in. So
If I pull the fence back, do I have to?
towards the
also-
house.
Do I also have to pave that area?
I think you're setting all right the way it is from what I've seen.
Yeah.
Maybe Mr. Welby's seen something different. I mean,
Okay.
but just check it.
9 feet to the property line, back on the pavement, that it's paved 9 feet?
So I could tell where the corridors, the alley, as you can see, it's all cracked and everything. I can see the line where your property comes in. If you have to pull the fence, I wouldn't get. I'd buy that bag of pavement and pound it in and just extend it 6 inches,
Understood.
whatever you need.
That's not a problem.
You know, I don't think you should have to pave the whole thing over for a couple inches.
Yeah, no, if I missed where the alley stopped and your property started, if I'm off on that, okay, that's mine.
Okay.
I just, the way I saw it was partially out because it's out past the garage. That was something I missed.
Okay.
Is there anybody else that'd like to give testimony?
Here we go.
Come on up.
Is she here? We swam without her, you know? I shouldn't get upset with that guy.
Ed McIntyre, 325 South Webster Avenue, right next door to this big house. What I've seen so far is untrue. This person has no knowledge of structural trades, okay? I've been in the trades, I've been mechanical, everything, and I know buildings. This house was actually falling over, and I had a lot of pictures of it. The house was tipped so far away from my house, or I would have been to City Hall a long time ago, it was going the other way. The windows on my side, first floor, it's 5.5 inches, 6 inches difference from first to second floor. The windows got busted out. The only ones that survived were the ones on the corners where you had a little help from a double-boarded house, okay? Double-boarded house, tipping. On the other side, where it was going towards a 6-apartment building, next to them is 6 apartments on that side. And they take up most of the whole block with parking. There's a 4-car garage in the back. The owner from Jersey or New York, he uses it for a warehouse. The tenants don't park in there, they park on the grass, on the sidewalks. I've already replaced my curb and the dirt and the grass. And
We can't hold somebody else's property against him. You know, if somebody out that other apartment building, we're not here for. We're just here for his apartment.
okay, well, on his property, I'm there 47, 48 years.
Yes, sir.
It's been a single, at least for 40 of that. And when it was used as it was the family. It was the husband, wife, the children, and the grandmother. And the grandmother had most of the run of the upstairs, okay? But it's 40 years. There's no parking around here. I have, on the corner across the street from me, there's a single house there. When they have to leave to go to work, they put cones out. No, they're not supposed to, but they got cones. If son's leaving, grandmother, mother's out there putting a cone in. Next to that is a double across the street from me. It's empty on the one side. They're working on it right now. It'll be rented out soon. On the right-hand side, there are 3 or 4 adults living in there. And that's at least 3 vehicles all the time there.
He does have the off-street parking in the rear, though.
Yeah, but that doesn't work because the house behind me was supposed to have, her tenants were supposed to park in their 4-car garage. She rents it out. They park on the street. She was also supposed to put...
We can't do anything about the tenant. We're here for him, and he does have the parking right now.
He's got a place to park. He's got a house that the city had an inspector that knows structural trades and looked at that. There'd be no permits given out. There'd be no permits given out.
Mr. King, was
There
this
should have been an architect in there or an engineer.
Hold on, was that condemned?
I'm not sure.
I think Mr. Bilt said it was.
And it's been inspected and uncondemned?
Not yet.
Not yet. So he's going to have to, you know, the city's going to go through that and have to approve anything that's been done in there.
Okay, it's a knob and tubing house, no insulation, double boarded. There's lead pipe in there. I've seen it. And the guy who put the kitchen in on the first floor, he tried to tell Mrs. Nooney, take the money and run. But she was old, she was in a nursing home, she wanted her mother's house redone, thinking she might move in again. It was never going to happen. But he told her then, he told me, this place is falling down, I don't want to put it in here. But she insists on redoing it. So he put the cheapest kitchen in he could find, he said. And I went in to help him carry something in one day, a countertop. And he's telling me, the floor, I had to put 1x6s, go from 0 to the full 1x6 in 10 feet to put a floor in. I couldn't put cabinets in. He said, then I had to call the insurance back. I said, I got to put walls in. They're so far off, I can't hang walls. I got to put walls in, I got to put floor in, and I got to put electrical in the kitchen.
Are you saying, I'm looking at pictures, I'm not on my phone, so you know,
I'm sorry, I'm missing a little bit. My hearing
No, I
aids.
said, I want you to understand, I'm not on my phone looking, I'm looking at pictures of the house, so. Are you saying the windows came out because of the house shifted?
Yeah, because the tips so far, they busted. I watched it over the years happen. And on the other side, where the 6 apartments are, that side, there was over 100 square feet of stucco hanging over the sidewalks. There was only this much space between the 2 houses. Yeah. Stucco hanging off on the wire mesh, because the house went that way. So it pushed the stucco off that side, and it busted the windows on my side. We watched them go over the last 10, 15 years. Popping.
Mr. King, will all that be inspected when it comes to the inspections for the condemnation from being condemned?
Yes, it was inspected twice. It was inspected in October and it failed, and it was inspected in March and it failed.
You know what it failed for?
The most recent one was new electrical and plumbing with no permits. And that's what the stop work orders you saw, that there was plumbing and electrical work going on.
So that was after you owned it?
This March?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I live in Long Beach.
So, I mean, you were working without permits at that time?
For the plumbing,
And electric?
electric,
Yeah.
if my contract was doing it, then we were wrong. You know, if we gotta stop work, whatever it is, you know, it is what it is. We're not up here on site all the time. Sometimes they're doing stuff.
So, I mean, you know,
That's
this,
a big miss.
this whole house is gonna, everything in that house is gonna have to be brought up to code now that it's condemned. So you're gonna need licensed contractors, you're gonna need permits and,
Can I
sure.
finish?
Yeah, it's a condemned house, so before it would be released from condemnation, it has to pass what we call a black book inspection, which is a top to bottom inspection by our third-party inspection agency.
With all due respect, we've brought houses out of condemned status multiple times. You know, I feel like this is not the place to voice your grievances of the condemned situation. It's a two-family home. You know, we're doing
Sir,
our-
if you did it plenty of times, you know you need permits then, right?
Yeah, you know, sometimes the contractor does stuff that we don't approve. Sometimes they do.
But, I mean, I'm going to stop you. We're not talking about the condemned. I mean, I think you heard Mr. McDermott say, we're not here for that.
Thank you. Okay.
I do have a problem with contractors, and evidently, you're not the contractor, but you hired that contractor that's being irresponsible.
We've also fired contractors.
I
that-
understand that, but you hired him, and he did it, and he got the stop work order.
Understood.
I do have concerns with that, because it brings up a situation, how much work slides by without inspection, that people are put in an unsafe atmosphere at that point. So that is a concern I do have, so.
And you, as a homeowner, are ultimately responsible for any permits that are acquired, not the contractor.
Yes.
You, the homeowner.
Yes.
Are 100% responsible.
They were working on this house for months. The only permit on the door was changing the railings on the front and back porch. Changing the railings. They were working inside for months. Sheet rock was going in. Putting sheet rock in over the knob and tubing. Why would you do that?
I agree.
The house will be inspected at some point, you know, that's on us.
I was going to ask a question about the inspection, but we're not here for the inspection. That's up to the city how they inspect it. If I'm not mistaken, the walls have to be open for the electrical and plumbing to be inspected. So, I mean, that's out of our realm. We're just here for the variance. I think that's what you're looking for?
It's a special
Special
exception
exception.
to convert to
Yeah.
two-family.
Okay.
Is there anybody else here that'd like to give testimony? There's no one.
I'll make a motion.
Second. On the motion, Mr. Gattens?
No.
Mr. Walsh?
No.
Mr. Morris?
No.
Mr. Welby?
No?
Mr. Chairman?
No. By a vote of 5-0, you've been denied.
Thank you.
We have to go on to our next case. Okay.
They can't do anything, Ed.
They could appeal the decision, that's
Yeah.
it. They can appeal our decision.
My whole neighborhood has changed so much.
They all have.
So many, everybody's building apartments out of houses. My neighbor who couldn't be.
Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. We have another case we have to get to. That's okay. Thank you, though.
Thanks, Ed.
I think we have the Cherry Street one.
This is the Cherry Street one now, right?
I'm sorry.
The Cherry Street?
Okay. Case number 3, Victoria Zanicky seeks variance to allow the use of a scuba training facility for veterans and first responders at 833 Cherry Street.
Yes.
Z as in zebra, A-N-I-C-K-Y. Zanicky.
Go ahead, you may proceed.
Hi, I'm Victoria Zanicky. I'm a Scranton firefighter. I've been wanting to do this scuba training facility for 15 years now. I've been a scuba instructor and a public safety diver since 2009. The house next door to my house came up for sale, and it just so happens to be the perfect property to be able to do this. It has a 3-car garage. You can fit 3 tractor trailers there, 10 cars easily. I'm going to build an in-ground heated pool so I can teach year-round if possible. And it's going to be a nonprofit. It's already registered for handicapped veterans and first responders to become scuba certified. And we're going to have a travel program, and we have a lot of other local options for diving, so we'll have a Scranton Dive Club as well.
So you're saying this won't be on your property, you're looking to buy one next door?
No, I already purchased the property. I'm currently in it. It's the registered address for the nonprofit, and I'm building a pool there. But in the meantime, I'm ready to teach people. I can teach them at the JCC, I can teach them at the public pools, I can teach them in the local lakes.
And what were you saying about the garage?
I'm just saying it's a huge property, which allows me the opportunity to be able to do this well.
Are you at the last house on the left-hand side?
Yeah,
So at any given time, how many people would be attending your class?
Usually classes are 3 to 8 people.
It's an R9?
R9, yes.
Excuse me, Victoria, did you say you're a firefighter in the city of Scranton now?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Can I get a second we can look at this? Is that we can check this over?
Yeah.
Just 1 second.
Sure, sure.
A home-based business permitted? Is this considered a home-based business? Yeah. It's a gray area.
I would say this probably qualifies as a personal service establishment as defined on page 21. It's an establishment that provides a service oriented to personal needs of the general public, which do not involve retail or wholesale or businesses. They're akin to barbershops, massage therapists, photo studios, shoe repairers, anything like that that it offers a personal service to the general public.
So what are we looking for here? Is this a special exception?
No, this has to be a variance in an R9.
Okay. No, I didn't get a chance to look at it yet.
This type of establishment is permitted in a number of different zones, but it's not listed in an R9. That's why she needs the variance.
Did you ever look to, I know you said, I just feel like you're in a residential neighborhood, and to bring this traffic in and run, I know you said there's other places you can do it. Did you ever think about just keeping it like at the YMCA?
No, absolutely not. This is the perfect location. It's really conveniently located. I also purchased a Jeep Wagoneer that seats 7 people, so I can take 7 divers, all of their equipment, wheelchairs, handicapped ramp, anything I need. I can fit all the equipment in my garage, the air compressor, everything that they need, and the parking is ample. And if you know anything about Cherry Street, and I know you said you were familiar with the property, there's so little traffic there, it won't cause an issue.
Well, it's not just that it's a traffic, it's a residential area, as Mr. Waltz said. It's a tightly formed residential area, the houses are close together. And it's also a dead-end street. So, I mean, now you're going to have cars turn around with light shining. I just have a problem that it's in an R9 zone, and it's not a permitted use, even as an accessory use. And I'm concerned that it will change the makeup of the neighborhood by putting a business in.
I can say that scuba classes happen pretty rarely. A lot of people don't think they can dive in northeastern Pennsylvania, so it's going to take a little bit for me to even drum up the business. But
I understand. I mean, we're not against your business.
No, and it's probably
If
a
it was
good
an
cause.
R10 zone, it'd be probably, you know, at this point, but you're in an R9, which is probably the most strict of all the different zones, according to the new ordinance. Is anybody else here?
Is there anybody else that'd like to give testimony in this case?
oh, hi.
Yeah. It's Jerry Ann Barber. I apologize about the voice. Jerry Ann Barber. Yeah. G-E-R-I-A-N-N-E. So I live at 823 Cherry Street. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So I live at 823 Cherry Street in the Blue House, and I fully support your business, but to me, the location is just wrong. I can understand why you think it's right, but there's some kids in the neighborhood. You're right, there is no traffic now. That's a good thing, but I just can't imagine that business being on that street because of it is a pretty tightly knit residential area. So I want to support your business. I truly do, but I just don't. I have concerns about it being on that street. So.
I'm going to go campaign around the neighborhood.
Okay, well, I support what you're doing, but I'm concerned about it. I mean, kids parking, it's.
It'd be mostly adults.
No, I mean, kids in the neighborhood, like I have 2 kids, and there's some kids across the street. So with increasing the traffic, I think we increase danger. So, yeah. Yeah, I wish it was under different circumstances.
That's okay. I don't.
I really want to support what you're doing. I don't know how I could do it other than this.
Okay, I will. Thank you.
I just want to say it's a noble cause, but we've had other people come before us, hairdressers, nail salons. They want to do it in their home, residential areas. And we tried to guide them, go to a commercial area, go to another zone where it'd be permitted. And this one is in a residential zone, unfortunately.
I'm going to make a motion. We vote.
I'll second.
On the motion, Mr. Gattens.
I'm going to vote no with an explanation of what I said before. It's in an R9 zone, which is a strictly residential zone. There are auxiliary uses permitted, but this does not fall under an auxiliary use to be permitted in that area. So I'm going to vote no.
Mr. Walsh?
No.
Mr. Morris?
No.
Mr. Welby?
No.
Mr. Chairman?
No. By a vote of 5-0, you've been denied.
Now we have to, the case number 1, there's nobody here for case number 1, so we'll just continue that to December.